Hi, this is Alex from devstories.eu. Folium, episode 8 of 8. Plotting 100 points on a web map is easy. Plot 10,000 points and your browser will completely freeze. The document object model simply cannot handle that many individual graphical elements at once. The solution to this bottleneck is performance and plugins. You have a dataset of 100,000 taxi pickup locations across a city. If you loop through that list and add standard markers directly to your base map, the page will crash before it even finishes loading. This is where the MarkerCluster plugin comes in. Instead of attaching points straight to the map, you create a dedicated cluster object. You loop through your dataset, add every single pickup location to this cluster object, and then attach the entire cluster to the map at the very end. When the map loads fully zoomed out, the browser does not attempt to draw 100,000 pins. It draws a few large circles with numbers inside them, representing the total count of locations in that broad area. As you zoom in, those massive clusters dynamically break apart into smaller localized clusters. If you click on a numbered circle, the map automatically computes the boundaries and zooms into that specific region. It handles the spatial math in the background, ensuring the browser only renders individual markers when you are close enough to actually see them. Sometimes, exact point locations are not what you actually need to communicate. You want to see density. The HeatMap plugin takes that same massive list of taxi coordinates and renders a smooth color gradient instead of thousands of overlapping pins. You pass your raw list of latitude and longitude pairs directly into the HeatMap function and attach it to the map. The plugin calculates the spatial concentration of your data. High-density pickup zones glow intensely, while sparse areas fade out. It is computationally much cheaper for the browser to render this single overlay than discrete vector shapes, and it instantly reveals hotspots without turning the screen into a chaotic mess of icons. Up to this point, the maps have been strictly read-only. The Draw plugin changes that behavior entirely. It adds an interactive toolbar directly to the user interface. You enable the plugin in your Python script, and when the user opens the resulting file, they can click tools to sketch custom polygons, draw lines, or drop their own markers over your taxi data. Here is the key insight. These drawn shapes are not just dead pixels on a screen. They generate valid spatial data. A user can draw a boundary fence around a specific neighborhood with high taxi demand and export that exact shape as a GeoJSON file directly from the toolbar. This transforms your visualization from a static report into an active selection and annotation tool. Folium plugins bridge the gap between straightforward Python scripts and heavy-duty front-end web mapping, giving you advanced browser performance without forcing you to write JavaScript. I encourage you to explore the official documentation, try these tools hands-on, or visit devstories.eu to suggest topics you want to hear about in a future series. That is all for this one. Thanks for listening and keep building.